You've seen the top 5. Now, here are the top 15 richest people in the world. Hey Al-ascentiors, welcome back to my channel. I'm sure you know that Bill Gates is one of the wealthiest men alive. But what about Mukesh Ambani? You might not have heard of him before, but he's nabbed the top post as the richest man in Asia, worth $85.4 billion today. Let's take a look at some more billionaires who made it big. Number 15, Mahua Tang, $65.8 billion. Mahua Tang is a Chinese business magnate, investor, philanthropist, engineer, internet and technology entrepreneur. The 49-year-old Ma co-founded Tencent in 1998 and has been a key player as it quickly became one of the world's most successful companies, with more than 1 billion users on its popular social messaging app, WeChat. Tencent, one of the largest video game publishers in the world, and is also the most valuable company in Asia. Though he might not like to be compared to his outgoing rival and fellow billionaire Alibaba founder Jack Ma, both share expertise for business success. Just look what they've built. Number 14, Steve Ballmer, $68.7 billion. Steve Ballmer, former CEO of Microsoft and owner of the NBA's Los Angeles Clippers, has made a career out of being an entrepreneur. He was employee number 30 at Microsoft in 1980 after dropping out of Stanford's MBA program, and we all know how Microsoft turned out. The 65-year-old American is now worth a stunning $68.7 billion. Ballmer is now a baller in philanthropy, and in 2018, he invested $59 million in social solutions. This company makes software for government agencies and nonprofit organizations that will help them make the most of their resources to improve people's lives across America. Number 13, Zhong Shanshan, $68.9 billion. Zhong Shanshan is a 66-year-old water company executive who dropped out of elementary school during China's Cultural Revolution. Despite his lack of formal education, Zhong has had success as an entrepreneur and business owner in various industries, from construction worker to reporter to sales agent, before starting Nongfu Spring Bottled Water Company. Now the largest beverage company in China, worth a great $68.9 billion, Zhong has branched out to chair the Beijing Wantai Biological Pharmacy. Maintaining the creative spirit from childhood through adulthood, many people believe that this tenacity, combined with luck, has made him one of China's most influential businessmen today. Number 12, Francoise Bettencourt Myers and family, $73.6 billion. Francoise Bettencourt Myers is the richest woman in the world, the granddaughter of Eugene Schuler, founder and owner of L'Oreal. He died when she was only 10 years old, but left her a fortune in stocks from his company that has grown by leaps and bounds since then. The 67-year-old heiress to 1/3 of all shares currently owned by L'Oreal, as well as chairwoman for the family holding company, Francoise's wealth can't be measured just on paper alone. It can, and it's a whopping $73.6 billion. Number 11, Amancio Ortega, $77 billion. Amancio Ortega of Spain is the wealthiest clothing retailer in the world. The 85-year-old is the king of fast fashion, and he co-founded Inditex with his ex-wife Rosalia Mira. They have 8 brands, including Zara, Massimo Dutti, and Pull&Bear, that offer 7,500 stores around the world. No stranger to investments, Amancio owns about 60% of Madrid-listed Inditex, which gives him an annual income of more than $400 million from dividends. His net worth? An eye-watering $77 billion. Number 10, Mukesh Ambani, $84.5 billion. Mukesh Ambani is the richest person in Asia. The 63-year-old Indian is the chairman and managing director of Reliance Industries, one of India's largest companies that spans all industries: petrochemicals, oil and gas, telecommunications, mobile, retail, everything imaginable. His father Dhirubhai started it as a small textile manufacturer in 1966. With an amazing $84.5 billion, Mukesh has taken this company to the moon. Number 9, Sergey Brin, $89 billion. Just behind his Google co-founder Larry Page is Sergey Brin, an American computer scientist and internet entrepreneur. Did you know Google, another billion-dollar company that started in a garage back in 1998? The 47-year-old's current net worth? An extraordinary $89 billion. And how did he make his billions? Google. Brin has a wacky side that he doesn't show to the public. He's been secretly funding Alphabet for their moonshot research labs. And now it looks like he is spending his time on something even more out of this world: airship technology. Number 8. Larry Page, $91.5 billion. Larry Page is an American computer scientist and internet entrepreneur. The 48-year-old's current net worth? A juicy $91.5 billion. And how did he make his billions? You can find out by using the software he co-created, Google. He co-founded Google with fellow Stanford PhD student Sergey Brin, and together, they invented the search engine's algorithm, which powers it to this day. Larry Page stepped down as CEO of Alphabet, the parent company of Google, in December 2019, and is a founding investor in space exploration company Planetary Resources. Larry also funds flying car startups Kitty Hawk and Opener, working towards bringing flying cars to life soon enough for everyone who wants one. Number 7. Larry Ellison, $93 billion. Larry Ellison is the slayer of giants. The American business magnate and investor gave up the Oracle CEO role in 2014 after 37 years at the helm. But it doesn't matter because he owns 35% of his company and continues to be a chairman/chief technology officer as well. The 76-year-old's current net worth? A spectacular $93 billion. And how did he make his billions? In software technology. Oracle is one of the largest tech companies in America. We're talking about a 39-year-old company with 136,000 employees and a current valuation of $248.99 billion. When Larry wanted more acquisitions for Oracle so that they could become an even bigger giant than before, he wrote NetSuite a check worth $9 billion and then took back control himself. Number 6. Warren Buffett, $96 billion. The son of a U.S. congressman, Warren Buffett has made billions by buying stock from age 11. Known as the Oracle of Omaha, 90-year-old Warren Buffett may not be as ancient or wise as the original character from Greek mythology, but he has proven to be one of the most successful investors ever, with his wealth totaling over $96 billion and growing at an exponential rate. How did he make his billions? In finance and investments, with over 60 companies under Berkshire Hathaway. He has been labeled the most generous person in America by Forbes magazine for his charitable donations to various causes, donating $42.8 billion so far. He's even pledged to donate a staggering 99% of his wealth over his lifetime. Number 5. Mark Zuckerberg, $97 billion. Mark Zuckerberg is an American media magnate, internet entrepreneur, and philanthropist. He's best known for co-founding Facebook Inc., the social networking website that has become a global name. The 36-year-old's current net worth? A cool $97 billion. And how did he make his billions? In technology. Facebook, the social network that he started at Harvard in 2004 when he was 19 years old, has become a go-to communication tool. Zuckerberg took Facebook public in May 2012 and still owns about 15% of shares as well. Zuckerberg and his wife Priscilla Chan pledged to give away 99% of their fortune over their lifetime. Number 4. Bill Gates, $124 billion. Bill Gates is an American business magnate, software developer, investor, and philanthropist. He's the founder of Microsoft and was once the richest man in the world. He's now dropped a spot in Forbes' ranking from 4th to 5th place, but can't be too disappointed since he still has billions of dollars more than anyone else. I bet you're wondering how this guy got so rich. Well, it wasn't by buying stocks with his pocket change or finding some lost treasure. No, Bill created one of the most successful companies ever seen, Microsoft. And while he might not have as much money as last year, no one can take away all those years that his company dominated without competition. No competition at all. The 65-year-old's current net worth? A cool $124 billion. And how did he make his billions? Microsoft. Gates has since moved his focus to more philanthropic areas. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is the world's largest private charitable foundation and has funded the development of vaccines for many deadly diseases, while also funding education programs. With his wife Melinda as co-chairman, he he sold or gave away much of his stake in Microsoft, so now owns just over 1% of shares. To date, Gates has donated $35.8 million worth of Microsoft stock to the Gates Foundation. Money moves in circles. Number 3, Bernard Arnault and family, $150 billion. Bernard Jean-Etienne Arnault is a French billionaire businessman and art collector. From humble beginnings, he has transformed himself into France's richest person. It takes one special talent to be able to run the world's largest luxury goods company. The 72-year-old's current net worth? An astonishing $150 billion. And how did he make his billions? In fashion and retail. Bernard has never been one to shy away from a business opportunity. He is the CEO of LVMH, Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy, and his empire includes more than 30 brands, including Louis Vuitton and Sephora. In 2019, he bought the luxury hospitality group Ballmer, which owns 46 hotels, trains, river cruises, among other things. But Bernard's latest acquisition just might be his best yet. American jeweler Tiffany & Company for $15 billion. If it's a luxury brand, Bernard won't be far away. Bernard's luxury empire is vast, and just one company, LVMH, is currently valued at a massive $329 billion. Number 2, Elon Musk, $151 billion. Elon Reeve Musk is a South African-born Canadian-American engineer and tech entrepreneur who has become one of the most powerful people on Earth through his work with various companies. The 49-year-old's current net worth? A staggering $151 billion. And how did he make his billions? In the automotive industry. The serial founder has created many companies that have become household names. PayPal, anyone? His electric car company Tesla and his space exploration venture SpaceX are both making waves in their respective industries to revolutionize transportation on Earth, as well as expanding mankind's footprint into outer space. Elon Musk can't keep his hands off of the future. Elon Musk's rocket company is currently valued at $74 billion, and Tesla is now valued at an eye-watering $660 billion. This Twitter-happy entrepreneur is now without controversy, though. In fact, he stepped down as chairman of Tesla in 2018 after making alleged false statements about a plan to take Tesla private, triggering a Securities and Exchange Commission probe. In case you didn't know, the SEC is a U.S. government oversight agency responsible for regulating the securities markets and protecting investors. SEC probe, and not an agency you want your business to be in the firing line of. Elon says, "I operate on the physics approach to analysis. You boil things down to the first principles or fundamental truths in a particular area, and then you reason up from there." Number 1, Jeff Bezos, $177 billion. Jeff Bezos is the richest man on Earth. He's also an American internet entrepreneur, industrialist, media proprietor, and investor. He's enjoyed success as the first man to reach not just $100 billion, but also briefly reached $200 billion, which people found insane at the time. Many believe that he will become a trillionaire in his lifetime due to his company's extreme financial growth rate. The 57-year-old's current net worth? A mind-boggling $177 billion. And how did he make his billions? In the technology industry. What companies? You may have heard of his little company with the big name, Amazon. We all know it, and we either love it or hate it. Jeff Bezos co-founded e-commerce giant Amazon in 1994 out of his garage, and now he's the richest man on Earth. Let that sink in. That's right. What started as a humble online bookshop that Bezos operated out of his garage has now become our go-to for online streaming, ebooks, dog toenail clippers, you name it. Amazon is currently valued at $314.9 billion. Bezos recently acquired Whole Foods and is even developing a drone delivery service. He owns the Washington Post, Blue Origin, an aerospace company that is developing rockets for commercial use. Aerospace company? Drones? I thought he was just some guy who sold books. It seems like Bezos is on his way to owning everything. He's like the Steve Jobs of space exploration and journalism, just with a much bigger bank account. In the words of Jeff, "I didn't think I'd regret trying and failing, and I suspected I would always be haunted by a decision to not try at all." Seems like there might be a billion-dollar gold mine waiting for you in your garage. If you liked this video, click the like button. Take care, Al-ascentiors, and catch you in the next video. Subscribe for more peeks into the lives of the rich and richer.